The first question is, what sort of economic and workforce development programs would you support or propose to bring jobs to the county?
Workforce programs, what I support, I'd support anything that would bring any additional economy to the area. I mean, that's probably one of our main thrust here. One of our most important business of this business is to, I think, bring business to the county, and the result, which will result in more tax base, which will help us to offer more things to improve the quality of life for the citizenry of Danville and the surrounding communities of Montour-County.
Okay. How can the county try to eliminate blight?
There are several programs, federal programs that we are investigating to eliminate blight as far as residentially. And of course, everybody talks about the interchange because there's a couple of hotels out there that are, well, one hotel definitely down and a restaurant that's boarded up. So that seems to be on the forefront of most everyone's mind. And we are actually working on, we have some strategy that we're working on, nothing that we can divulge at this point. And we hope that will come to fruition.
Okay, the next question is, what can the commissioners do to retain more county employees?
I think we have a pretty good record of retention, and I believe that part of that reason is because of the benefit package that we have. We do tend to lose some of the employees in the prison, for example, because they get trained and they get licensed and they end up going on to state or federal jobs, which pay considerably more. And again, you've probably heard this from all the other guys, and I know I've talked about it the last time we had an interview, that our benefit package is very, superior to most. Our medical package is unbelievably superior, and we argue and fight with our provider every year to try to keep those rates down. And we've been pretty successful with that as well. The package, retirement is something that is definite. They can't lose that. It's not volatile like those that are tied in with the stock market. So there's the type of things that we feel have helped with our retention. Don't know what else other than raise the salaries and. That's always difficult because how do you fund the raising the salaries? And again, I go back to maybe some of my other answers where increase the top line by bringing in development and bringing in commercial business, increasing the economy, residential developments, which will increase the tax base.
Okay. What do you think the commissioners could do better in Montour County?
Not a thing.
You're doing great?
I think we're doing pretty well. We're pretty happy with our track record in most areas. The one area, a couple areas that oftentimes aren't thought about or even mentioned is the Human Services Department. We are involved with the 4-county joiner board for mental health and drug and alcohol. And so there are some things that, because of that board, because of the increase in size, we can offer so many different things that we couldn't even think about, couldn't afford, or even begin to offer if we were one single county. So that would be one answer to your question.
Okay, and the final question. What other key issues do you see the county facing in 2020, and what are some solutions to that?
Well, the key issues are probably don't really change much. The opioid problem. We're United Way is very heavily involved in that, and we are in touch with them. That's that's a key issue. Raising taxes, not raising taxes, but raising income, hopefully by eliminating taxes or holding the tax base, which, again, to reiterate, we've only increased taxes, I think, twice in the last 7-year period. We've consolidating our buildings, our infrastructure, as far as the courthouse is going to be where all the judicial things go on, and the purchase of the elementary school building, which is 2-3 blocks away, and that will be everything else will be consolidated there, so there won't be as many different stops that the community has to make. The expenses, we've been told, are going to be less. We did a pro forma through some help with Bucknell, and they came up with quite a few dollar savings once we do finish that project. So they're the kinds of things that we see on the horizon, and just the governmental mandates that they hand down without funding. That's always a problem, and we do what we can with what we have.